Brian Miner Gig Log, episode 14. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hey, thanks for all the love, all the comments on these things. When I put them up on Facebook, I'm real excited to see, people watching it, comment, say stuff to me, like it, whatever you do. There's not a lot of us. It's not like, there's millions of people that would want to watch some dude in Davenport talk about his country rock band and the gigs he plays. But you guys do, and that's cool, man. So thanks for being here. I didn't know when I started doing this. I didn't know if it was going to be something people thought was cool or not. But obviously, it's like everything else I've ever done. No, it's not going to be cool. Nobody cares. I'm not that important. I'm not that interesting. So some people think I am. And you're here, I think. All 5 or 6 of you. Why did I look at my watch like it was checking my time? Check it out. I got a cool shirt here. I'm representing local legends, Tripmaster Monkey. I happen to be decent friends with Chris Burnett, their lead singer. I mean, heck, this neighborhood's pretty cool because, he jogs by my house, rides his 10-speed by and stuff. I'm like, hey, Chris Burnett from Tripmaster Monkey, who was on MTV and was signed to a bunch of record labels and stuff, and actually had a tour that you went on and made it for a while. Well, made it subjective, people, but lived the life. And you know what sucks though? You can check out the podcast, Minor Service Radio too, and you can see an interview with Tripmaster Monkey. But I don't think they knew how cool it was to even be in the spot they were in. They were just too young. I mean, do you remember when you were 19, 20, whatever? You're like, okay, cool. We're going to New York. Why? To do a video? Cool. You don't. And then you look back at it at our age, and you're like, man, if just one thing would have changed. If one thing would have changed, I'd be sitting on an island somewhere right now. Anyway, thanks, Chris Burnett, for the shirt. I have a couple of them. These are made out of recycled t-shirts nonetheless, okay? Chris is a smart dude. He cares about the earth. You start to think that stuff after you get older. When you're young, you don't care. You just throw your cigarettes on the ground. You don't give a shit, right? But then when you get older and you do your band thing, and, let's print our shirts on, recyclable t-shirts, ones that were used Winger shirts and Whitesnake shirts and the old Slayer shirts, and we'll make our shirts out of recycled shirts. So here they are. Pretty cool shirt, right? Love you, Chris. Anyway, episode 14, we have 6 shows. I say we like we're a big corporation, but it's me. I have 6 shows, gigs in this gig log for you. And, we're going to start off right now. The first one's actually pretty important because I got to share the stage with the original lead guitar player in Dirt Road Rockers, Colin Keemley, who is now on tour with Trey Lewis, lives in Nashville, living the whole life, shreds. Anyway, this is the show at the Whiskey Stop in East Moline. Colin stopped by. Let's check it out. Hi there. Turn it down. Jesus. Bobby, what are you gonna do about that pigeon, man? Let's see if we can get this. See if we can get him out of here. There really was a pigeon, or whatever. That's a pigeon, right? Yeah. On our lights, but our lights don't get that hot, but still it was kind of weird that he was stuck in there because I don't know, I couldn't tell if the pigeon could fly down and out or if it kept flying up. I don't know, I'm not a pigeon specialist, but I thought it was doomed. What are we gonna do? He's freaked out. I don't think he knows where to go. Weird, man. We gotta get him out of here. Maybe put a pole. There he goes. See ya. All right. Mr. Pigeon. When I do these gig logs, I don't know what you guys are interested in. The live footage, the behind the scenes stuff, me talking about it. But, I'm just going to assume that you guys don't mind when I stop and talk. And if you do, then you would. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be watching if you didn't like to hear me talk, right? We all should say it's meant to be the house more than you know. I actually dig this song. That's a fun song to play, man. All right, so now we're standing around talking. Colin's there. I knew he was coming. I knew he was going to come see the band that night. And look, to be 100% honest with you, it doesn't matter who you are. There's so many humble guitar players in this area. I know everybody, what I'm about to say or talk about is probably going to make a bunch of guitar players uncomfortable. And they're going to look at me like, you still feel that way? And I'm going to be like, so do you, man. And here's the truth. I want to be at all times the best guitar player in the room. It's like knowing karate, being like a black belt, right? You feel like you're a black belt in a room full of white belts. And man, that sounds egotistical. But I felt that way when I was younger. When I was in my prime of shredding, I didn't feel like I was second to anybody. I knew that Yngwie was way better than me. I knew that, Stevie Ray Vaughan was way better than me. But in this little pond, I was the big dog, man. So for dudes like Colin to come up, and you might not think I was a big dog, but in my mind, I was a big dog. That's all I'm saying. We know that the best player around here was probably Whitehall or whoever, who knows? Probably the best player around here, we don't even know who it is. They're just in their basement somewhere kicking our asses. It doesn't matter. The point is, Keemley was going to be there. So in my damaged old man brain, who still wants to be somebody and be cool, was worried. Because I didn't want to look like the washed up old man guitar player, and because the new breed of guitar players, dude, they have this whole vocabulary of licks that are already accessible to them. Videos of how to do it are already accessible to them when they're born, right? So as soon as they pick up a guitar, there's a way to click on YouTube and see some guy play the Freebird solo. And you could just learn it, or the Eddie Van Halen eruptions, whatever, all that stuff, whatever style you want to grab. It's there for the taking. And I'm not saying that Colin had, he's only better but he's better than me. But I'm telling you, a 24-year-old Brian Miner would not be afraid of Colin Keemley. I am at 50 years old. This dude scares me. He's really, really good. And I'm just trying to get my bearings back. And here I am trying to remember all the stuff I used to do. You got to remember, I took a long time off of playing guitar. And they always say it's like riding a bike. Well, it wasn't for me. I had to get my calluses back. Believe it or not, I had to get my calluses back. I had to get getting my hands together again, figuring out, and I realized that a lot of years went by to where I used my hands for other things, and it wasn't guitar playing anymore. It was, carpet cleaning or mowing the lawn, anything but playing lead guitar. I don't know what I'm getting at here other than Colin Keemley's going to be at the show, and he is going to shred, and I know this is going to happen, so I might as well just get used to it. But again, when you have two guitar players in the same room, we're going to posture. And you do it, I do it. You're going to go to your best licks, right? If another guitar player is watching you that is paying attention, you're going to do them guitar player things and try to, hey, check it out, and that's going back and forth. So I played a little different knowing Colin was there. He's got so much more vocabulary in the country guitar playing world than I do, and so you could tell that I'm playing a little different, trying to impress Colin here. So Colin showed up. He's got his custom nag, whatever guitar custom made for him, pink. He's gonna do some playing, and I'm like, dude, here's what's up. This is what I want to do. This could turn into a really good time because I'm a rock guy, and Colin's a rock guitar player playing in a country band too. So playing with the Dirt Road Rockers, if Colin plays guitar, then I can sing some of that 80s stuff, the hard rock stuff, Journey, whatever, and we could be a rock band for a while Colin was there. So that's kind of what happened. I told you. I mean, I wasn't shredding or anything, but I was definitely trying to do something interesting. I would have never done the wah, 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 wah. I would have never done that if it was just a normal gig. But since Colin was standing over there, I was trying to be a little extra artsy or whatever. Anyway. Still think my hair sucks. My hair sucks. Ugh. Okay, so you saw that little lick right there, and you saw Colin's head start to go, yeah. I looked, okay, I gotta make me big. I remember when I did that lick, I was looking right at Colin. And that sixth drop thing, lick, that country thing. Let's do it again. Just so people, you got to understand, like, this is a different language, this country stuff. It's a different language. So let me try to get that up here. I'll try to find that spot again. All right, so this might be the lick. Let's see. Right here. Okay, that thing right there. You saw I was looking right at Colin. And what's funny is he probably thought in his mind, this is hilarious. Pay attention here. He probably thought in his mind that, oh, well, that was pretty neat. Brian kind of knows how to play a little bit of that stuff. When in reality, on the tape that I was given to learn all these songs, Colin was the lead guitar player on that set. So the set I had to learn to play in the Dirt Road Rockers, I was listening to Colin Keemley live playing somewhere and just kind of getting what he did during the songs. So I'm trying to play as much like Colin in spots as I can. And that riff right there, I stole from Colin, from that spot in that song on the on the thing I had to listen to learn the set. So he did that. That's his lick. You know what I mean? I just learned it. He thought, probably as he was watching me, he probably thought, oh, Brian, that's pretty neat. But the lick I learned that took me a while to figure out how to do, Colin just did that on a whim once. You see what I'm saying? He just did that. And he don't even know what he did. I've asked him, like, what'd you do right there? And he don't remember. He literally plays on the fly like that and does shit that he doesn't even know what he's doing. He can't duplicate it in front of you. It's odd. This kid is good. Okay, so let's get back to the video here. That was a lot of fun though, and I did get his attention for a second. He looked at me like, yeah, I saw that. I saw that shit. Well, that was your lick. Okay, so this is where it got pretty fun, actually. I get to sing rock songs with Colin on lead guitar. This should be interesting. And you know, Jerry Smith on bass and Bobby Boyd on drums. This is going to turn into a rock band really fast. So that's where it gets fun here. I've sang better, but I haven't sang lead vocal in so long that my voice was just like, whoa, oh, them notes ain't as easy to hit, man. Journey's not easy to sing out of the, just out of the blue. Anyway, I did my best. He's so clean.
For a smile, they can share the night. If you know anything all the day, just one more time. Somewhere, somewhere else,
Come on, that wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I've done better. Listen to this kid. Man, he rips. Hell of a player. Yep. That's up there, man.
Come sing with your boy, Wyatt. Come on.
Hey, oh my God, you're here. Give it up for Brian fucking Miner, guys.
Yeah, give it up for Colin Keemley. I'm just trying to keep up, dude. All right, here, I'll play it.
Brian messaged me and was like, because I was coming down just to hang. He's like, you better get up and play. And I'm like, really? These are my boys.
It was really cool to have Colin there, and some neat things happen. You know, we're all trying to find out if we still fit anywhere or if we're relevant. I'm not saying that, hey, I'm this big, whatever, but Colin likes me. Okay, he respects me for some reason. He's known me from the past in a certain way. He treats me like I'm some sort of Quad City royalty. I had said to somebody there at the show, I said, man, Colin Keemley's schooling this old man. Okay, and he went off and said that to Colin. The same person that I said that to went and told Colin and said, hey, Brian's over there saying that you're schooling him. And Colin said the coolest thing, man. The coolest thing. He said, nobody schools Brian Miner. Nobody schools Brian Miner. That was the coolest thing, you know? Respect. Anyway, this kid kills, and I just want to play this for you, so let's check this out. Great play. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Good job, Colin.
That was one of the best shows ever.
From Dirt Road?
Yes.
Is it all right?
That's cool. Brian Miner can sing his ass off.
Thanks, dude. What do you say, Bobby?
What's up, buddy?
You have fun?
I had fun, man.
Awesome,
Good
man.
job.
That was a good time, man. That was a good time.
Good job.
Thank you. Anyway, great night. I think I played okay. Colin killed it. I got to sing some songs. Felt like the old Brian Miner, you know, fronting a band, singing some rock songs and having fun. And then at the end of the night, free fucking tacos. Are you kidding me? Free tacos. So, great night. Had a good time. That's my summary. Whiskey Stop was a success. So the next show is Silver Dollar in Clinton. Now, I think this is a private birthday. See, this is where it kind of veers off. You know, it was great to play with Colin. You know, the Dirt Road Rockers, they're a good band, and they always usually have good guitar players, and I'm hoping that I can just keep up. That's all I'm trying to do. Anyway, on to Clinton here. I think this is a private birthday, and we'll see. Let's just let this thing roll here and see what happens.
One for each.
Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of this is me just trying to show you guys what setup is like. We had to wheel all of our equipment all the way around that building. I was showing you where we had to go to get there to get to the gig. So we have to set up our whole PA back there, and there's only one way, and it's clear around the building that way. So, but pay attention here to a familiar situation that we often run into.
Two for each guy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, 'cause yeah, keeping them like goddamn long. I have to.
Forgot the keys. Wow. Why even have locks? That's what I'm saying. That was like a hot knife through butter right there.
I'm up Right through. I hate myself.
And these dudes wait their entire lives for these situations. Like in Clinton, okay, we were at the bar saying, you know, hey, we don't have any way of getting into this trailer. And there's guys just kind of collecting around like, well, what do you mean you can't? You want to go ahead and you want to cut them off? You want us to take them off? And then they're getting excited. They're all like, well, I got a blowtorch, and one dude's like, well, I got a grinder, you know, and they're getting all their stuff together. And finally, these guys are in heaven. I mean, it looks like they're just kind of bored. They're like the little kids on them quarter rides outside of Kmart where they're trying not to look like they're having fun, but they're just kind of riding the thing. They're having a ball. These dudes are loving cutting these locks off. This is cool to them. I'm starting to wonder if this PA's ever been ours. Like, if it wasn't stolen a long time ago. And they just keep putting their new padlocks on it.
Attaboy right there. Take those down together if you want.
What the fuck?
I think that 18. And Brian Dennis, and Josh ended up with 14 or 15, 34.
Just showing you guys some of the looks that we get when we're walking around these places. Watch.
I would if I was trying. Come on.
Smile. So, Bobby,
Yeah.
who do you think your favorite drummer in the world is?
So many good guys out there.
Isn't Bobby Boyd in the top 3 somewhere?
Yeah. That'd be nice, buddy.
Yeah.
Watching that dude from Styx lately, that guy's a fan.
Oh, yeah.
He said some cool stuff, though. He said there's 3 or 4 myths about drumming. He says, number 1, you don't have to all these crazy-ass fast licks. Number 2, you don't have to have a big-ass drum set. Number 3, you don't have to play super hard. He goes, be in the middle.
Yeah. You make it look like you're hitting hard, though.
Case in point.
Yeah, my hair sucks. Look at that. That's embarrassing. Anyway, strange gig in between buildings like that. It's cool that the family does this. Have a band, have a big party at a bar. You know, it's pretty cool. It was fun.
1933.
I think it was this guy's 90th birthday. He was born in 1933. Okay, now we're getting into this stuff because that's what's important about these gig logs is documenting sometimes how just busy we are, and they're not all big rock star shows. You know, there's some of them where we get to feel cool, but this is a job, you know, and we're hired musicians to go play the gigs that we're paid to do, and not all of them are big whatever. So this is where the schedule gets crazy though, because that was Friday night. And then Saturday morning, we were to be in Galesburg to play at a Harley dealership. So, but this is where I want to show you the work that's involved. Every once in a while, we get to feel like we're cool. Other than that, this is a job. We love playing, but this is where you're going to see the busy part of it, okay? Because that was Friday night. We did the birthday thing at the Silver Dollar. The very next morning, we're on the road to Galesburg because we're going to play at I think noon or 1 at Reimens Harley, and then we have to leave from there, tear our stuff down again, drive all the way to Makokata to play. So you're going to see a stretch of gigs here where it just runs together. Here we go. So it's the next morning. We're in Kewanee now, getting ready to set up somewhere to play. It's go look at some motorcycles. Oh, excuse me. Thanks.
There's a motherfucker, bud. Shit.
Bobby found himself a puppy.
Are you ignorant as a motherfucker, bud? You're ignorant as a motherfucker. Come on. What? That's a good boy.
That's a big, that's a stout boy right there.
Yeah.
That's like if you need a dog like that, Bobby. Because you know how they say that people look like their dogs? Kind of like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you kind of look like that dog.
Now, I didn't know if it was a male or female, but I saw a nutsack, so I know what he is. I just got to find out his name.
Well, that doesn't. Well, you don't know what it identifies as, though.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Hi, good morning.
Hi. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I need that dog's name if I could.
You need us what?
His name.
His name's Ash.
Ash?
Ash.
A-S-H.
A-S-H.
Ash.
Yeah.
I think Bob wanted to steal Ash.
No, this ain't gonna work.
Then put it back where you need it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was an interesting setup here. Outside under a tent.
There's got to be a better
way, but I don't know. Don't know who it is?
No.
Bob and technology don't mix. It's hilarious. That was a flip phone. So
Don't ever let anybody tell you that your dreams can't come true. I mean, case in point, look at me. Dreams do come true, my man.
Oh, yeah. Reimens Harley.
Backstage?
Yeah.
You mean in the alley?
Yeah, we got, got the artist area back here.
They gave us a hose. They 2 hoses. See, we must be special. And a couple buckets of dirt. My God, what are you on to now, Bobby? You ate all the nibs, didn't you? Is that the last of them? I don't want any more. I told you, stop feeding me them things. I'll start to stare at you like a hungry dog. I don't do it, because then, no. I'll be going across the alley to get more. I love them things. I shouldn't have eaten the 3 you gave me.
You really don't want to eat?
No, man, eat them up. Them are yours. You know what's worse than 5 nibs? 4 nibs.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
That's true.
that's true.
Don't get it, man.
So we just tore down at yeah. That was for a while there. It was nibs that we always had. Whenever we stopped somewhere, Bob has to get snacks, and he gets certain kinds of candies. And for a while there, it was always nibs, and I love nibs, but don't have nibs around me because I'll eat all of the nibs. Anyway, back to the whatever this thing is. What was it? The Harley place?
Reimens Harley Davidson and Kiwani.
And then going to Makokata to set up for the beach party. Tomorrow I'm sitting on the couch.
Yeah, baby.
And this is a lot of playing and setting up and tearing down.
Yeah, it is.
Woo!
No, I'm already tired, dude.
So I'll be in the air conditioning on my couch.
Yeah,
That's what I'm gonna do.
I'm going swimming with my daughters.
Attaboy.
Oh, yeah.
When are you going to see Priest?
You've been here before, huh, Wyatt? I have. Yeah? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Look at this place.
Cool, isn't it?
Pepsi for me, Coke, whatever you have.
Anybody want my bacon?
Yeah,
You want it, Ryan?
sure.
What kind of weirdo are you?
I think everybody wants your bacon, Wyatt.
You don't eat bacon?
I'm getting it though.
I do.
You just customized it right in the middle of the vlog. All right, man. Timber Lane. So now we're driving to Makokata to play at a bowling alley. Dude, it just doesn't get any better than that, does it? It doesn't. I made it, haven't I? Stop. We're in Makokata somewhere. All right, this is where it becomes a fucking problem. Like, that's ridiculous. Right? It's all fucking crooked. You know, put a band on that, huh? That's fucking ridiculous. What? I said, hell no, we ain't playing on that thing. So we're on the ground.
Sir, I need to see that shirt.
So, that's hilarious. You gonna have a good time? You gonna have a good time?
Oh, good. Okay, you got a good time.
7 o'clock. 7-ish.
That what?
7-ish. Around 7.
7? Oh,
Yep.
listen, don't get too loud. I hate to see us blow that building down.
You had to put it back up last time? We'll try to keep half of it up still. Have a good time. I know. I wanted to include that because that guy, I don't know, nobody else agreed with me at all, but, and I'm not trying to be rude or anything like that, but he was being silly, you know, saying, hey, don't blow the building down, whatever. But his personality reminded me so much of somebody that could have been Billy Piper's cousin. Just like somebody in that bloodline somewhere. I saw Bill Piper in that guy. You know what I mean? Like a couple chromosomes away, but I saw Billy in there somewhere in this guy. And anyway, much like Billy, he had a lot of opinions too. And he told us that, you know, after we were on break and we're sitting there waiting at this gig, and he's like, you know what, you guys, you know why nobody's dancing? It's because you don't have a very good dance beat going. You know, you guys are too on the beat, and you don't have any swing. That's why they're not dancing. That man right there schooled our asses. Nice guy. Just reminded me of Bill in a way. I don't know. I'm not trying to be mean. There's nothing mean about that. It's just in his demeanor, something about him, you know.
Hey, sir. Hey, sir. Sir, I need to see that shirt.
So, all right, she was smart because she was supposed to be, and no, that has nothing to do. I thought about this in the editing. I was like, if Angela Meyer happens to see this and you know, there's Roger flipping the camera off after we saw her singing, that has nothing to do with, there's no correlation there at all. But Angela was really smart because when we got there and saw that trailer, I think she was supposed to be up on the trailer too. And she's like, no, I'm going to set up in the pavilion because it was 1,000,000 degrees out. You know, it was summer. So she was smart. Look at Roger. Look how sweaty he is. Anyway, that's what he was. I try to take pictures of him. He flips me off. That has nothing to, that's where it came up in the edit. It had nothing to do with anything previous to it. Anyway, here we go. This kid kills me. He's like, no, you guys, no, you guys are done. This is it. They don't care. They'll never see this. Or maybe they will. I don't know who they are. But they're having fun. I've found it's a lot more fun sometimes to point the camera at the, what in the hell is happening? See, it's a,
I just got here, so you had to do one more. That's okay.
3 gigs, 2 days. It's been a long day. Long day. 0 to 100 miles an hour. Sometimes 120 miles an hour. Long day.
yeah, them girls were like, okay, you guys are pretty good, but I just got here, so you have to play a couple more because I run this city, and I don't care that you are supposed to be done at midnight by law. We want 2 more songs because we just got here, and we think you're pretty good. So, anyway, we didn't play any more songs. But that's fun sometimes to turn the camera around so that I can see what's happening out there, because I'm not paying attention most of the time. I'm just going to play guitar and be in my own world of trying to keep up. But sometimes you look back at the footage and you see all that stuff where they fall all over the place or fights break out, whatever's going to happen. But that was neat to turn it around the other way. Okay, so the following weekend we did one of the Rockstar gigs. You know, big crowd, outside, big stage. This was amazing. This Q Casino thing, Summer's Last Bash. Big stage. Check this out. So who's the almost brothers after us?
Not quite brothers.
Yeah.
They're fucking huge.
They're huge?
I mean, they got as many Facebook followers as us, but they're high
Kind of like
energy.
the Pork Tornadoes?
Yeah, we're going to have to come out with energy. They're going to be high energy.
Okay.
So yeah, they're good, dude. They're good.
So we're doing the Urge.
Yeah.
The Urge is better than Twizzlers.
They are.
Jer, what do you think of the Urges? The Twizzlers.
Pretty good.
What do you mean pretty good? Do you think it's better than a Twizzler?
This?
Yeah.
Pretty good, ain't they? They're pretty good.
Okay, come on.
I'd probably take this over Twizzler.
Yeah, it's fucking good too, isn't it?
All right.
Hell yeah. And it's
More,
probably,
more body, more...
yeah, it's definitely got some, and the flavors kick hard.
Oh.
Okay, here we go.
Bright. I'm tired of missing all the Bobby stuff.
Oh, no.
What'd you have to say about that stage?
I just said it. I can't remember. Is that a fact?
Big stage.
No, we're gonna play another one from the 90s here.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that big of a stage. So the band playing in the background. So Ratchet Jaw, they were really good. They did all 90s, 2000 stuff. They're really good. Listen to his voice. Killer. What I'm trying to show here is the stage and how it's set up. You know, you see the stage from the audience. You don't realize you don't realize how much it takes to have it there when it's not always there. It's a mobile stage that they bring in, and you know you have to have all these safety precautions in place. That's a big stage, and all the cabling everywhere holding it in place. It was neat to see. So that's what I'm showing here. Some people are interested in that crap. That's a lot of production. Big stage for cover bands. Let's not forget, it's 90-something degrees out right now, and I'm sweating just standing here. Grumpy bass player. No, you would. This is your grumpy bass player. Yeah.
Rockers coming up to the view.
It's gross.
What should we do second?
son.
What should we say?
Something fun.
I know. Oh no. What? I don't know. We do it, and then we'll go.
All right, here's how this band works. Right before a show, usually seconds before we start playing, Wyatt asks, "Hey, what do you think we should play, Brian? What should we start with?" And I'm like, "I don't know any songs. Do you?" I don't even remember how to play guitar right now, and I'm not sure if I know any songs. Psh. What is this thing in my hands? So, and then we just decide right there what songs we're gonna do. So that's how this band works. There's no like set lists or anything like that. So kind of wild.
After Oh No?
Yeah.
Started out kind of light, not a whole lot of people there. But as it got darker, here we go. Okay, so that rug right there that you see, you know, the drums, and then there's this big area rug on the stage, and my microphone was just kind of on the front corner of that rug, and every time I turned around for my microphone, I'd catch my boot on the edge, and I knew it was there. And when you're doing gigs like this, you have to know kind of where you're at on the stage, know which way you can walk without stepping on something. But that corner got me one time to where I did the whole, tried to catch myself, and man, that was embarrassing. I didn't go down though, but I did have a woo just about, and I had to like get, okay, I'm okay. I'm not on the ground. It caught my boot though, and I just about went down. That would have sucked because it's starting to fill in now and there's a lot of people. It just made me nervous all night thinking that I'd forget, catch my heel on that, and fall down in front of everybody. It's not really country, folks. It's rock and roll. Well, when I'm playing it, it's rock and roll. Look at that crowd. So the camera is kind of pointing at the side of the audience. If I were to turn the camera, you'd see. You'll see in a second how big that crowd was. It was really, really cool. For us, that's a big crowd. For a cover band. I mean, look at that stage. There were no original bands on that show. This is all cover band stuff. You know? There it is. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that. So cool. So obviously there was a headliner that night. It was a cover band. The band was called Not Quite Brothers. And I guess they have a huge following. I didn't know anything about them until this show, but all the members of the band are younger than us by a mile. And it's like the songs they're singing are the songs that their moms listen to or something. But anyway, they're a good band. Check this out.
I don't even know what the fuck these dudes are, but who's the coolest Beatle?
Who was the coolest Beatle?
Yep.
Ringo.
Ringo?
I love Ringo.
Okay. Bobby, who's the coolest Beatle? Who's the coolest Beatle?
Ringo.
Ringo. Jerry Smith.
What's up?
Who's the coolest Beatle?
Ringo.
Damn it, that's three of them. The guy holding the flashlight, what was your name?
Joel.
Joel. We're going with Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney.
For the win.
For the win.
Yeah.
This is great. They're using real amps. They're young, nice guys. Young. Watch the energy here. Look at the energy.
I mean, they're good. They're a cover band playing to a huge fucking crowd. I don't know. I'm getting old, man. I don't understand. I mean, I'm in a cover band too, but I'm not used to fucking headlining a big show like this, so I don't know.
Hey, can you take a picture and send it to Lisa on the stage and shit?
Did I send one?
Can you?
Yeah.
Okay, that might not be funny to anybody but me, but it's like I'm talking all this shit about the gig, and then here's Bob. Hey, can you send a picture to my wife about, of the stage and how big it is? Because he does a flip phone. It'd be in like 4 megapixels. So this is pretty cool. Can you send this back home to where I live and my family back home, and I want to show them of my travels. So whatever, dude. What's next here?
That's cool.
You still got some voices? What? Good voices. Last time we did
I apologize for the camera moving around. It's like I've realized that sometimes when it's moving like that, it's hard to watch, but I'll get better. I mean, half the time I don't even figure I'm going to do another gig log, and then I end up doing one because it's fun. But that was a really cool place. The Psycho Silo is interesting because it has a lot of that memorabilia, and it's like a big tree house. But I don't know if we'll be playing there again. You'll see why. Plus, that singer's killing it. Listen, he's hitting that note, and I'm probably going to catch a flag on YouTube because they're playing it so good. They'll say, you have a copywritten song in your video. Check this out.
What's his name?
Somebody here named him Chuck Norris.
Nice.
He don't have an actual name.
Here's Bobby in the wild again.
Yeah, buddy. That's a good licorice right there.
Yeah, so my heel fell off my boot. I didn't know that was even possible, but I lost the heel. See the little nails sticking out there? Like the nails wouldn't keep it in there anymore. Luckily, Sam had some super glue in her car, and she came up and glued it back together for me. Otherwise, I'd have been screwed.
What a hoot, Roger.
I love this solo. It's fun to play in that key. But that's Keith Urban love somebody like you. And every time that song's on one of my gig logs, I catch a copyright thing where I got to share my monetizing with Keith Urban and his publishing and stuff. But I mean, they don't like it when you put other people's music on YouTube. So I have to be real careful because we're playing covers. And if we play them precise enough, it'll catch the melody and it'll hit us with a copyright. And sometimes I take pride in the fact that we're playing it well enough that YouTube can see that it's a cover of that song, and then their management wants to say that the 300 people that watch your video are watching because you put Keith Urban's song on there, and so they want their nickel every time somebody clicks on it. So anyway, that's what happens. Inside story.
Wyatt just told me that we just got fired. Fucking fired. We got fired.
Okay, so all I know is Wyatt said that we got fired because I guess the person that books gigs was standing there, and we had a lot of friends that wanted to get up and guest sing. So we had like 2 or 3 different people come up and sing different songs or whatever. And the girl said, "Hey, we're paying your band to play here and not other people to get up and play." And Wyatt was just like, whatever. I mean, we're having fun. It's not like we're running people off or anything. And then she was like, "Yeah, well, I don't like that. You're fired. Don't ever play here again," or something. I can't remember what went down like that, but we got fired. And we were just laughing the rest of the night because we knew we were fired before our last set. So we got to mention it a couple times into the microphone as we were playing. That was kind of fun. Okay, sometimes I just want to show everybody the load in, load out situation. You know, we had to carry all them cabinets and all the amps and everything.
It's an airplane.
Back to the trailer. That was really cool, that airplane. But there's a lot of work involved, getting the show up, getting it down. You know, it's not. Sometimes it's some work.
That's cool. That thing is cool.
So I think I'm going to show some of the loading here. Anyways, it's not always fun. So there you have it, episode 14. That was 6 shows. And I know, man, there's some lame gigs in here, but there's a lot of cool ones too. You know, you have to put up with them, smaller shows and all that stuff to be around for the bigger shows. When we get to gigs, sometimes the band's like, "Oh, it seems like a really crappy show, huh?" They have that kind of vibe, like this isn't going to be very fun. I'm always of the mindset that I'm going to play guitar regardless. So I'm going to do the best that I can regardless of where I'm at, because it's always a challenge to me to see how I can play that day. Some days I just don't care. I suck, man. I'm playing lame stuff, falling out of key. And then there's other days that I'm killing it and I'm really kind of impressed with what I did, and I impress myself and I feel motivated, like, hey, I'm getting better at this, you know. So that's all it is. A 0 to 100 miles an hour in a country cover band. I'm having the time of my life right now, and I don't have much time left to do it. I'm getting older, you know, and I don't know the kids if it'll facilitate the ability to do this. You know, they're going to be in sports, doing this and that and other thing, and I don't know how much more time I have to play with this, but I'm in a situation right now where it's not really a hobby. It's a job. I'm very blessed to be here, and I'm having a good time Thanks for being here, and thanks for watching the gig log. Please comment, share this thing, and I'll keep doing it. If not, like I say, the magic number is 300. As soon as these things hit 300 views, then I start the next one. So, Brian Miner Gig Log, episode 14. Peace.
I loved you because I never really liked you at all.